The ranch had been quiet for so long that silence itself felt like another living thing, settling into the cracks of the old wooden porch and breathing through the open plains. Years passed there without voices, without laughter, without footsteps other than his own. The lonely rancher had grown used to waking before dawn, feeding horses that never spoke back, fixing fences broken by storms that never apologized, and eating meals meant for families at a table meant for one. He had once believed solitude was strength. Out there under the endless sky, a man didn't need anyone, or so he told himself. But nights had a way of stripping lies bare. When the fire burned low and the wind whispered through the cottonwoods, memories crept in of a woman who never returned from illness, of a life that might have been louder, warmer, fuller. He didn't talk to the past, but it spoke to him anyway. It was on an afternoon heavy with heat that everything changed. He had ridden toward the creek to check water levels when he noticed movement near the mesquite trees. At first, he thought it was a wounded deer, but then he saw her, an Apache girl, standing still as stone, watching him with eyes sharp enough to cut. She looked young but not fragile. Dust clung to her dress, and there was exhaustion in her posture. Yet her presence carried something fierce, something unbroken. He raised his hands slowly, showing he meant no harm. The distance between them felt larger than the land itself. When she finally spoke, her voice was calm but cautious, like someone who had learned early that trust could cost a life. She told him she had been separated from her people after a raid went wrong. Soldiers, gunfire, chaos. She had walked for days, hiding by daylight, moving by night. He listened without interrupting, though every instinct told him danger followed stories like hers. Still, when he offered water, she accepted. When he offered food, she hesitated, then took it. That moment, simple as it was, cracked something open in him. It had been years since another human had sat across from him, without fear or expectation. He gave her shelter in the old barn that night, leaving space between them out of respect. He didn't sleep much. Neither did she. The wind howled like wolves, and memories stirred on both sides of the darkness. In the days that followed, she stayed. Not because he asked her to, but because she chose to. She helped with chores, moved like she belonged to the land, and spoke little, but when she did, her words carried weight. Slowly the ranch felt different, not louder, not crowded, just alive again. He noticed the way she watched him when she thought he wasn't looking, not with fear, not with suspicion, with curiosity, with something softer. And she noticed him too, the way his hands shook slightly when he poured coffee, the way he stared at the horizon like he was searching for something already lost. They were two souls shaped by absence, meeting in the middle of nowhere. One evening, as the sun bled red across the plains, she stood beside him on the porch. The silence between them wasn't empty anymore. It was full. She spoke quietly, almost as if afraid the land itself might overhear. She said she had never known a place where she felt safe without being owned, protected without being controlled. She said the ranch felt different. He didn't answer right away. Words felt too small. But when she looked at him and said, "I want to be closer to you," the world shifted. If this story is already pulling you in, if you feel the dust, the silence, the unspoken emotions, make sure you subscribe to the channel right now. Because stories like this, raw, powerful, and unforgettable, are exactly what we bring you every time.